again, they followed the scouting report a lot better. We had them under 30% till they hit a couple in a row there late, and it upset Coach Godino quite a bit because we did have them under 30%. But starts with our defense, really gets us going energy, and then being able to share the basketball. So, yeah, with it, we like you said, we hadn't had that kind of a lead in the second half, and to be able to continue to play and compete and extend the lead, not play happy as we put it, was a good sign.
They obviously, as they showed up in Des Moines, they have guys who can get, their offense going.
They're scary. Yeah.
They can be, but other than maybe a period of scoring from Billy Wampler in the first half, none of their guys were very consistent today. What do you think was working for you defensively best overall?
You're taking that three away. And at their place, they had 24 points in transition. They're so good at that. They throw it ahead. All those guys have a green light to shoot the three. We made it a point. We've really been trying to work on that. Most of the second, last 3 or 4 games, our transition D, taking that away and making them score against our half-court defense. So not giving them easy one in transition, taking that three away, and then you get Dre back there at that protecting at the rim. It's hard for Timmer to go in there and score it over Amande. So that's kind of was our plan.
What was it like to just kind of relax a little bit? I mean, you guys haven't had a game like that in quite a while.
Yeah, I was telling the officials, quit calling fouls so the clock could keep running. It's a good feeling, and it's a good feeling to. What I love about it, and this is what I've always said about coaching, is to see the smile on the guys' faces, see them enjoy someone else doing well, picking up their teammates and having fun with it. They deserve. They've been through a lot of stuff this year, a lot of stuff people don't know about, and then losing as much as we have. And they have stuck together. We've had tough times, but as you can see, obviously in a win it's a lot easier than a loss. But yeah, we haven't had to relax there a little bit. I just wanted the clock to move and for the game to be over.
I talked to Bronson before the game. He told me he has a sports hernia. What's the kind of the?
We're pretty sure that's what it is. Have to continue to get a final look at it. Doctors have to look at it. Some people have to look at it. He thought it was growing, this and that, and you just continue. It wasn't getting any better. He and Sean were treating it, and they finally went and looked at it, and that's what it was. And you just feel bad for Bronson. He's so frustrated and having the things go wrong what he has, but he's just got to stay positive. He's going to have a great career here. We'll get him healthy, whatever it is. If it's a sports hernia, we'll just follow whatever the protocol, whatever the doctors say, and he's a big part of what we're doing now and in the future.
Coach, you touched on it a bit earlier, but you've come in here a few times and apologized to the fans for some rough performances, and so today to be able to put on kind of a show like you guys did for the home fans.
I don't have to apologize today. I like that. People tell me not to say that, but Todd knows. I say it because that's the way I feel. I'm the head coach. When you put a product out there that's unsatisfactory or not, maybe the fans don't appreciate it, that's not good enough. If you're going to go out and get your butt beat, you better compete like crazy and earn that. So I feel good about how we've practiced. We've been getting better. So proud of the way the guys have continued to work when you're 1-9 in the conference and doing those things. There's some kids who give up, and just wait till that game be over. But we've continued to get better, and if we're going to do that the rest of the month, St. Louis could be. We're going to fight like crazy. If they want to compete like that, we have confidence in ourselves, and we need to just worry about getting healthy, relaxing, enjoying this one, go saying hi to all the alumni, and then getting on the road and trying to get another road win.
Coach, with the season kind of nearing the end here, you're talking about the guys and just how much it means to see the guys just excited and happy, and specifically the seniors. You don't have a lot of time with them left. Could you just comment on just what they've meant to the team and just to you personally?
Well, I'm a guy that on every team that I really give the seniors a lot of ownership, and maybe if it's to a fault, sometimes it's to a fault. These guys are all great guys. TJ's already graduated. The other 3 are going to graduate. They're unbelievable ambassadors for our program. They're first class all the way off the court. Love having them around, love seeing them around. So happy to have TJ back. To be able to have a guy like Ev, the way he plays and how hard he competes every day. There's never been a better teammate than Ev. It's just a good group. I'm so happy for them. I think the younger guys and the newer guys, it's taken a lot longer than what I thought it would. For them to understand, here's what you do every day. Here's how we work. Here's the way Indiana State basketball is supposed to is. But these guys have stuck with it through their leadership. They've turned it around a little bit. They're playing better. We're practicing better and doing those things. So I love having them around. They're great people, and they're going to be family for life, just like every other senior that's been through here.
Anything else? Coach, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Great job attacking early offense there. Drake throws in, and Brenton Scott comes up with a steal. Bounces ahead to Page to the basket for a layup, and it's 26-12.
Forcing turnovers, getting out in transition, all great things for your ball club.
That's open at the top of the key, and he knocks in a three, and it's 33-20.
Yeah, good job there. Think of that dating and matching up.
Brenton Scott down the lane, his shot no good. Rickman cleans it up for two, and it's 35-25.
It's still the benefits of attacking the basket.
Murray into the front court, nearly had it picked by Clemens. Instead, Drake still with it. McMurray into the lane, and it's knocked away from him and stolen. Barnes down court to Scott. Scott to Clemens. He lays it in, and it's 40-27 Indiana State. Clemens in transition, right to the rim, put it up, no good. Rickman tips it in. And it's
All set. You guys ready?
Yep.
Questions for our student athletes?
Brenton Q, first of all, just how good does it feel to have one that could kind of coast a little bit, no drama, in a good way?
Yeah, they're a very well coached team, man, and they kind of got the best of us big time at their place. So, we kind of had a little chip on our shoulder coming into this one that we wanted to show them that, the first time that wasn't the team that we are now, So it feels really good, for us to have contributions across the board like that. It's a good win. It's a really good win.
Feels good. We haven't had a victory like this all season. Me and Q went to the bench, after, we got took out late in the game, and, we were just smiling because it felt good, and it was a good team victory.
The cutting action and the pick and roll action you guys were able to get early really set the tone. It's something you've done a little bit better lately. Just talk about what you saw in the defense today that allowed you guys to get so many easy looks out of that.
Well, when we first started playing, coming off ball screens, I noticed that the big was, kind of helping up a little bit. So I was able to get, Mondre going and TJ wide open look. And from there, our energy picked up after, they scored a couple baskets around the rim. Our defense was definitely there today, and, we just fed that energy from the whole game.
Yeah, Q, you guys scored 15 points off of their turnovers, and even there were some turnovers you got that you didn't score off of, but really disrupted Drake today.
Yeah, you got to do that against a team like that who likes to move the ball a lot. You know what I mean? You got to disrupt them. You can't let somebody just pass around and they'll pick you apart. So it was something that we tried to put a point on, going into this game that we had to fight catches real hard, like disrupt some of their stuff, make them do something else. Like, you know what I mean? It makes guys want to have to do something else instead of just pass the ball around all day. Because, good teams are going to get good shots if you let them pass too much. So it was good.
Maybe the best thing, there were a lot of good things today, but maybe the best thing is that you guys come out in the second half and you put a 15-0 run on Drake right off the bat. Really stepped on their throat, which is something you guys have talked about this year but haven't been able to do. Is that maybe the thing that felt best about this, was able to really put it away?
Yeah, we were talking about it in the locker room, like, hey, man, come on now. We got to go out here and, we can't relax anything. Like, we haven't done anything yet, We got to still be hungry. And to see it pay off like that and just to go on that run like that is just, a great feeling, That's what happens when you play right and, you play hard, compete. So, it's a good feeling. Hopefully we can hang on to that feeling and use it to fuel us in some of these other games that we're going into later on.
Yeah, Brenton, you guys have won 3 out of 4. Coach Lansing talked about the belief that you guys had to maintain when things weren't going bad or were going bad. Now that things are going a little bit better, how do you guys kind of build on the positives and, kind of make that belief pay off and yourselves pay off?
We just got to take it game by game, and our belief has always been there, even when we were losing. We've had team meetings, we've talked to each other, so our belief and our confidence in our play has always been there, and this is just the hard work is just now starting to pay off, and it's paying off at the right moment, right before we head into the tournament.
Anybody else? Gentlemen, thank you.
Thanks, guys.